Hey everyone. So today we're diving into a tool that's built on a pretty radical idea for this AI age we're in. What if you could actually own your AI completely? It's called Open Notebook, and its whole reason for being is to put you back in the driver's seat with your most valuable data.
Let's just start with this one simple question. We're all leaning on AI assistants to help us think, to help us create, but what if that tool was truly 100% yours? I mean, completely private, operating only on your terms, with your data never ever leaving your own computer. This idea, as simple as it sounds, is at the very heart of everything we're about to explore.
And that question, well, it gets right to the heart of a huge problem we're all facing. You know, when you use a typical cloud-based AI, you're uploading your sensitive documents, your private research, your personal notes. You're basically outsourcing your thinking process. Open Notebook was literally built from the ground up to challenge that entire model.
Okay, so let's get right into it with a direct comparison. On one side, you've got Google's Notebook LM, a really powerful tool that a lot of people are familiar with, and on the other, you have its open source challenger, Open Notebook. Putting these two side by side really shines a light on a fundamental difference in how they think and how they work.
So the first and, honestly, the most critical difference is right here. Where does your data actually live? With Open Notebook, you run it yourself, on your own machine or your own server. It's self-hosted. And what that means is your research, your company's proprietary info, your personal journals, all of it stays with you, period. With Notebook LM, it's all processed on Google servers, which, for a lot of people and a lot of use cases, is a total non-starter for any sensitive work.
And this is where that one huge difference in privacy just blows the doors open for so much more. Take a look at AI Choice. Open Notebook can connect to over 16 different providers. You can use OpenAI, Anthropic, or you can even run models locally on your own machine with Ollama for free. Google, well, they lock you into their ecosystem. And see that full REST API? Oh, that is a complete game changer. It means you can hook Open Notebook up to other apps and totally automate your workflows, a feature that just plain doesn't exist with the alternative.
So, all of this stuff, it's not just a random collection of features. It all builds into this really powerful philosophy. These are a set of principles designed from day one to put you, the user, in total control.
So what does this all actually mean for you? Well, it means you're in charge. Privacy is the foundation, right? And from there, you get total cost control. If a provider jacks up their prices, you just switch. Easy. There's zero vendor lock-in. Your data is yours and you can take it anywhere, anytime. And because it's open source, if you've got the skills or know someone who does, you can customize it to do pretty much anything you can dream up. All right, this is where it gets really fun. This level of openness and control leads to some pretty unique superpowers. These are features that you just are not going to find in a closed, lockdown system. Okay, check this out. This is one of the absolute coolest examples, generating a professional-sounding podcast. And look how simple it is. You just feed it all your research, your articles, interview transcripts, even videos and web pages. Then you define who's talking, maybe a host, an expert, maybe a skeptic. The tool then generates a full script based on everything you gave it, and then, and this is the wild part, it creates the complete audio file with different voices. This is an unbelievably powerful content creation engine, and it's just built right in. And believe me, it goes way, way beyond just podcasts. This thing can handle almost any kind of content you throw at it. We already mentioned the multimodal support and that awesome API, but that last point there is huge. Fine-grained context control. This lets you literally select specific paragraphs or sources and tell the AI, focus only on this. It gives you surgical precision over your results. And that really brings us to the real spirit of this whole thing. Open Notebook isn't the product of some giant corporation. It's built by a community of users and developers who really believe in its mission. And you really don't have to take my word for it. The community has absolutely spoken. Over 14,000 people have starred this project on GitHub. Now, in the open source world, let me tell you, that is a massive vote of confidence. It's a huge signal that thousands of developers and users are actively watching, supporting, and trusting where this project is going. You can even see the community's work right in the code itself. It's built with modern tech like TypeScript for the front end, what you see and click on, and Python for the powerful back-end engine. It's a combination that makes it really robust and also makes it accessible for other developers to jump in and contribute. This quote from the project's founder just captures the entire philosophy perfectly. It frames this idea of AI-assisted thinking not as some product to be sold by one company, but as a fundamental skill that should be open, accessible, and controlled by you, the individual. It's really about democratizing the tools of thought. So we'll end right where we started, with a question for you to think about.
as these tools get more and more woven into our daily work, into our learning. Who do you want in control of your digital brain? Is it time you owned your thinking tool?